You're listening to All Things Sports with Mike Davis.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast of All Things Sports with Mike Davis. I thank you for including my podcast into your day or night when you decide to listen. If you're listening on Spotify, follow the podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Go to our Facebook page to get in contact with the show for comments or suggestions. I won't take up much more of your time. Let's get into it. All right, so not much going on in the world of sports. Kind of a slow sports day, but I did see something that caught my eye. And I won't say it rubbed me the wrong way, but it did stand out a little bit. But if you haven't heard, the Houston Rockets have decided to retire the number 13 formerly of James Harden. Now, the Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta said on Tuesday that the Rockets are set to retire Harden's number later this season. Now, he went on to say that James Harden will always be a Rocket. This is what he told the Houston Chronicle. Of course, we will retire his jersey. He made my first 3 years of owning the franchise unforgettable. Now, Harden will be the seventh player in Rockets history to have his number retired by the organization. He will be joining Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, Akeem Olajuwon, Rudy Tomjanovich, Clyde Drexler, and Yao Ming. Now, James Harden spent about 8 years with the Houston Rockets from 2012 to 2020. And he averaged 29.7 assists, 6 rebounds per game during that stretch. The 9-time All-Star also won a league MVP award in 2018. He led the Rockets to the playoffs every season he was there. Now, my thoughts on that. Why? Why? I just want to know why. What does retiring his number this season do for you? If you want to wait till he retired, a couple of years after he's done playing, totally fine with it. I have no problem with it. No quarrels with it at all. But why would you want to retire a player's number who is still playing and disrespected your organization the way he did on his way out? He cried to get his way out of there, And I wouldn't necessarily say I agree with, how he did it. I understand it, but I don't agree with the way that he went about it, and throwing the team under the bus, he didn't even give the new head coach Silas a chance to implement some of the things that he might have wanted to implement, and who knows if it would have worked. But James Harden threw such a hissy fit to get out of Houston. I don't understand why the organization would want to retire his number now. I have no problem with retiring the number. It's the timing of it. Like, why now while he's still playing? If you want to wait, like I said, when he retires, a couple of years when he's done playing, fine. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that at all. Retire his number then. But doing it now, it just seems like a slap in the face to the guys who are committed to the team that are there that he threw under the bus, And then, you had the big thing with Cousins. They got into it in the media, so to speak. And I just don't. Look, it just seems like right now the Houston Rockets are slurping James Harden. That's what the organization is doing. They're slurping this man. Get off this man's jock. This man wanted nothing to do with your organization. He wanted out. So, if it's me, I'm not retiring his number until he's done playing. Yeah, you can appreciate everything that he's done. The only time he did not show up was in the playoffs. Other than that, I get it. Now, they also played tonight, and the Nets got the best of the Rockets, winning 132 to 114. Harden, in true Harden fashion, had another triple-double, 29 points, 10 boards, 14 assists in the win for the Brooklyn Nets over James Harden's former team, the Houston Rockets. But my opinion, again, I don't agree with it. I don't know why you're in such a rush to retire his number. If I'm one of the guys on the team, it would definitely rub me the wrong way. I get that he's done a lot for that city. He's really been in the community, and during this pandemic that's going on, and he's really helped families out and whatnot. But still, same time, no, I can't retire your number. Not right now. Come back to me, when your playing career is done. Bygones will be bygones, and it's water under the bridge, and we can talk retiring your number at that point. But as of right now, I'm going to have to say that's a no-go. So, yeah. All right, so look, guys, that's all I have for you today. I thank you for including my podcast into your day or night whenever you decide to listen. If you're listening on Spotify, follow the podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Go to the Facebook page to get in contact with the show for comments or suggestions. You've been listening to All Things Sports with Mike Davis. And remember, it's your world. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm out. Peace.
You're listening to All Things Sports with Mike Davis.